Okay, we're going to open up AutoCAD Map3D 2012. Okay, once it's opened up, we're going to close out this little window here. Then we're going to come up, since we don't have our AutoCAD toolbar that has Carlson in it. I took that off for demonstration purposes. We're going to come up here to Tools. We're going to left click Tools, go to Toolbars, hover over that, come out here to Carlson, keep hovering over that, and come down here to Carlson Menus and left click that. When you do that, that is going to open up your Carlson menu, which is going to be over here. We're going to be looking for the survey module, which is going to be the one that looks like the little green transit. So we will left click that. Once we left click that, our menus over here on the left side are going to change. We now have some new survey based menus for us. The first one we're going to work with is going to be, well, actually the only one we're going to work with for right now is going to be the points menu. We're going to go up here, left click on points, and come down here to import text or ASCII file. Left click on that. It's going to open up this dialog box. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to click on select text ASCII files. And then we're going to click on here to browse for the folder. You should know what job you're working in. Today we're going to be working on the server under CAD, CAD files, 20,000, 20,423 Rancho Alegre, survey crew files, downloads, and then we're actually going to be working out of the pre-opus file since this job is based on previous benchmarks, so it is not going to be ran through opus. Normally you would want to work on any files that are not in the pre-opus file. Once we ran the opus, then everything's on real world coordinates, and that's the file you want to be processing. Since we're not going to be having that here, we are going to be working with the pre-opus folder, so we will click on that and then click OK. You'll notice now over here on the right hand side we have 20423C Rancho Alegre drainage.txt. This is going to be the file that we want to click on, so we will click it here, and then it tells you the file size and date modified and gives you a data preview. If all that looks good, go ahead and click the open menu, and then we come back to the import text ASCII file. It shows us where the file is located that we're currently using. We want to use PYXZD, that's point number, northing, easting, elevation description. It also again here gives you the preview of the window. We want to make sure the point range is going to be all. We want all of our points to be red, not just some of them. Later on you may want to process just some and not all, but for the first time you process a job you want to process all the points that are currently in it. Make sure that draw points field to finish is on, and we want to protect our points. Then come down here, go ahead and click OK. And since we don't have an existing CRD for this file, we're going to come over here, we're going to click on New. You're going to click on this folder here, and you again are going to go to CRG server, CAD, CAD files, 20,000, 20,423. Now for this selection, this is going to be a file that you are going to create, and it will belong in the Carlson Survey file because we are using Carlson Survey to create it. So go ahead and click on Carlson Survey, and this should be in every folder that is created for a job already when you go to start getting point numbers out of these folders. So go ahead and click on OK. Now you can name the CRD file whatever you want to. Just for simplicity's sake, we're going to call this one 20423 Rancho. Now you just go ahead and click open. By default it will give it the extension .crd, so you do not have to click that. but we'll go ahead and call it 20423 Rancho. Click open. And then you're going to notice down here in the bottom left corner it's saying reading points. That's Carlson actually importing the points into the CRD file, reading it and seeing what it's supposed to be doing with it. Depending on how slow your computer, it doesn't take very long. The faster the computer, the less time. So here we see 2,070 points were imported into our 20423 Rancho.crd. So we'll go ahead and click OK. And now you'll notice that it has gone from coordinate file to process. We now have an existing file. It's still under the Carlson Survey. So we will actually come over here, select on the CRD file that we wish to process. We see the point range is from 1 to 10,003. That looks good. So then we'll come down here and we'll click open. Now here it says possible multiple codes found. Almost every single job we do is going to have multiple codes, and we want to split those so that Carlson knows that there are actually multiple codes in this and it's not just a long string of text for a single point. So go ahead and click OK, and you'll see down here in the bottom left it's processing all of the codes. Then once it comes in, the first thing you're going to want to do is come up here to your point, your layer manager, come down here to break lines, go ahead and freeze that. That'll be explained later on. Right now, just know that you need to freeze it the first time you process your field work. You'll notice that there's a whole bunch of blue lines. Well, that's our break lines. We're not doing anything with those right now, so we'll go ahead and click in our field area here, and now we'll notice that all of our blue lines are gone. Go ahead and zoom in, and you'll be able to see our edge of asphalt, underground telephone, underground gas lines. Everything has been processed and looks relatively good. Have a mailbox here, and that's it for the tutorial.